Hey guys, welcome back to the Ness River Railroad. Just a quick update on the spline for you. Alright, so here we have it guys. So this was the spline road bed that ended up laying down. Just pan across it here. Turned out pretty well. So that's the road bed going down to staging from the main deck. You can see it's all pretty even. The one downside of having to fit an old layout into a new place, I sort of had to get a bit creative with how I blended in the old the spline, I should say, into the old bit, but that's pretty good. So I'll go through and smooth off the top of that a little bit. Doesn't need to be perfect, as long as it's smooth enough for the track to stick. So I'll do that shortly, and then I'll have to do the next bit of spline from the peninsula going down and joining up to the other side as well. So if I just pan back here slowly, sorry about the constant panning left and right, but you can actually see how the other side turned out. So it turns out pretty well. So what I'll have to do though is I'll make sure I get this bottom section of track laid first, because it's just awkward trying to lay the track behind once I put in that next bit of road bed. So there you go. You can see I have gone through and screwed it together in spots, and where I've got the big washers, or not big washers, the washers behind the screw, that's actually where I've screwed the spline into the bench work, and that's actually made it really stable. The reason I put the washer is because these packing strips are made of fiber or whatever they are. I call it MDF, but I don't actually think it's MDF. If you screw too hard into them, that'll just rip straight through. So that's why there's the washer on there. So I should get the video a bit more central. All right, so I'm going to stop this little section, and there's something else I want to talk to you guys about. All right, so this is the thing I need to talk about, guys. I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with this bit of the layout here. Now, eventually the whole layout's going to go all the way down the road to the left, all the way around, yada. But that's going to be a long project. So I want to make it so I can actually have a return here, so I can just run this half of the, oh gee, look at all that mess, this half of the layout first, just to at least get some trains rolling, because I really want to get some trains rolling again. So if we look down here, and if you go back through some of my old videos, you'll see a video of me operating on this section with I think it was about 10 or something hopper cars going into what used to be the cement works up the end there. So coming up here, these two lines here, the old main, and they used to join into a curved point here, and then the old door for the layout was pretty much bang where my hand was, and there was that nice little bridge and everything. And this bit here was just a little stub end yard, which also could be used as a lead for pushing things further into the other industries if I wanted to. And then that far track, it could come off the main and cut across, or it used to just go into those industries, but it was also originally planned just as a imaginary destination, just for the sake of operations. It wasn't going to actually go anywhere. So if I come down the end here, I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to do. So what I was thinking is the two lines of the main there could join together. I could straighten that out, and then that can come all the way down here, and then branch out via a turnout, do a loop around here, and then go back and feed in down at that, what was that stub siding, and I can add some industries just in here. But what I'm also thinking I could do is actually, same again, join those two together, bring them out, and then the other one on the far side there, bring that further down, and then they all go via 2 points into one, and then one comes back down here, and then one comes back around there, and then I could use that far track as like a interchange or something like that, possibly. So that's the idea. So all right, I'm going to stop this one, and I'll be back in a second. All right, we're back again, guys. Please forgive the mess. I've really got to get on top of this train room again, but it seems as though whenever I start working in here, the mess just explodes. So this is, basically the end of the old room, right? So I'll have that loop that I was just talking about in there. Now this bench work here, that sits at about sternum height for me, as you'll see in some of my older videos. What I'm actually thinking with the new section is that line that I'm going to send around the back, I might then also put another loop in and drop it down a bit so I can actually lower that bench work down. So then when my second level's up higher, I don't have to have it quite so high as I did in the old train room. So essentially when it gets round to where it would be, so the new road bed would be down here, sort of 10 centimeters, 4 inches for those of you who work in inches, about there. And then the upper layer would be only up here, which would be about my neck height and not sort of top of the head height. So we'll see what happens. But as you can see, there's a lot of mess going on here at the moment. But yeah, progress. So that's it, guys. Not much going on. Let me know your thoughts if you can decipher my weird ideas. I used to use AnyRail and try and get all my layouts, all my track work planned, but I found that it never really fitted back into the real world for me. Maybe I just wasn't good with the program. So a lot of my stuff now, I actually just do it sort of by eye and by feel. I have an idea of what I want. I have a definite idea of what I want to do, but then I just have to sort of fit it in as we go. So put in the comments what you think I could do with this area. I'm open to all sorts of suggestions. Yeah, hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.